One day I'm gonna be everything I wanna be. I don't let it get the most of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be everything I'm gonna be. My future right in front of me. One day I'm gonna be free. I wanna be free. Then let me be.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges. A host with a fire burning in his soul. With a heart steel and a spirit unbroken. He rides on two wheels ready to claim his throne. Amidst the chaos and the thunderous roar. Insane wheels rise as a force to be reckoned with. Fueled by the power that only metal can bestow. He takes his stand, refusing to submit. Insane wheels hear his battle cry. Metal and mayhem will never die. Rituals report and paves his way. More legend in the making, day by day.
Somehow, some way, we made it through, and we are here on Happy Hump Day to everybody, man. That's what's up. Hey, hopefully everyone's enjoying their morning so far, sincerely, and having a good morning so far. I know that we are. And listen, guys, we have a lot of shit to get through today. Usually we have about 5 to 6 stories that we cover. Today it's going to be 7. A lot going on, not just in the title, as you guys see here. Israel strikes the Syrian military headquarters in Damascus. And then over there in Gaza, at least 20 Palestinians were killed at a Gaza aid site as well. But we have a whole bunch more to discuss other than just that. We're actually going to be starting off with some of the LA protests. Regarding the LA protests, the Pentagon orders release of 2,000 National Guard troops, as well as Trump asked Zelensky of Ukraine if he could hit Moscow. It's a weird, I think you guys know where we're going with this. Then over there in the Grand Canyon in Arizona, they're calling it the Dragon Bravo Fire. Fills Grand Canyon with smoke, and it's 0% contained so far. So that's pretty rough to hear. And then we have a Florida daycare employee accused of abusing 6 infants. And then we have our final one for the morning is U.S. signs nuclear cooperation deal with Bahrain. I think that's how you say it, Bahrain. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, before we get into the madness of today, make sure you guys hit that like button. It's free to do so. It helps out the show immensely. And listen, if you guys are new to the show as well, hit the subscribe button because it's also free. Just saying. But do please consider becoming a member, though, starting at $2.99 a month. Listen, this is what allows us to speak the way that we do. It allows us to, you know what I mean? We don't have to cater to radical views or saying some shocking shit to be able to get attention, to get paid, right? We don't do that here. We only seek the truth, and usually when you do that, you're not getting humongous support, in that aspect. But we do from you guys, and that's why we ask you guys to become a member. So, listen, W to the Breakfast Club. Little side note here, follow my Instagram at BallValveTV, where I post everything behind the scenes of not only my life, but as well as the show and Millennial Food Time, breaking news, all the good shit. And if you guys are new here as well, make sure you guys join in on the Discord. The Discord's a great place for us to continue these conversations after the show is finished. Last but not least, okay, ladies and gentlemen, every super chat, super sticker, gifted membership signups, all these things are going to be, of course, presented live onto the show and shouted out. But if you guys would like to skip that YouTube 30% brutal cut that they take from your guys' money, and unfortunately, then I only see 70% of it, and then they, how it goes. It's crazy. But look, we have these platforms, so you guys can skip that as well, and it'll go directly to, your favorite content creator over here. So I'll allow these to scroll for the remainder of the show, and I have my email up right here right now, so if anything comes in, I'll, of course, see it right away. So, ladies and gentlemen, good to see everyone in the building. I see a lot of the family in here. We got Peaches up in here as well as Path Killer. Good to see you guys. Much love, honor, respect. We got SNS as well as Brother Steve. We got Naomi in the building. She just made it back over there. Well, she made it back about midnight. She landed midnight over there, and then she actually stayed in a city about an hour and a half away, something like that. And she's just getting home now, which is fantastic. We got Brother Beezer as well. Good morning, kind sir, as well as Rabbit of Chaos. Good morning to you. We got Papa Penguin. Yes, sir. Good to see you. And Papa Penguin is dropping it like it's hot, man. Dropping 5 gifted memberships to you guys, man. So I can't thank you enough, Papa Penguin. It not only helps me, but it helps the Breakfast Club as well. So I very much appreciate your contribution and help to make it rain in this bitch. All right. Let me go ahead and scroll down. We got Sick Bastard in the building as well. Good morning to you. We got Todd J. Haven't seen you in a minute, kind sir. Hopefully you're enjoying your hump day so far. We got Prez as well. Good morning and good to see everyone in the building. Let me see here. We are all cut up. Perfect. All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and start with the LA protests. And this is an update regarding the Pentagon orders release of 2,000 National Guard troops. And let me go ahead and read a little bit right here. The Pentagon announced Tuesday that it would release 2,000 National Guard troops from Los Angeles. Troops were federalized and deployed in LA in early June in response to immigration raids and protests, which we all know because we covered here. President Trump originally ordered those, that 2,000 California National Guard troops to be deployed in LA to protect federal buildings and personnel. Then he deployed an additional 2,000 alongside with 700 U.S. Marines. On Tuesday, Pentagon spokesman Sean Parnell issued a statement saying 2,000 National Guard troops were being released from federal control. Interesting. Okay, so I guess the way that I'm getting this is that their service is no longer needed.
We do have breaking news that we have to get to right now. Out of Southern California in Los Angeles, live pictures over Southern California there in Santa Monica, there in downtown Los Angeles. Well, this is what we know. This is a follow-up, a development to a story we have been all over here on Live Now from Fox. So the Pentagon confirming today that the military presence in Southern California is being reduced. The Pentagon confirming that 2,000 National Guard...
Okay, so there's 4,000 there now. They're taking away 2,000, and 2,000 are still on standby out there, I guess.
Guardsmen are being withdrawn from their mission there in Los Angeles. Now, remember, nearly 4,700 California National Guardsmen and active duty Marines were deployed to L.A. in early June with the mission to protect federal buildings, to protect federal personnel following those protests of those anti-ICE demonstrations there in Los Angeles. So in the meantime, we are getting a statement in from the Pentagon. Joey Garrison at USA Today. He has
What's up, Pablo? Good to see you, by the way. Hopefully you're enjoying your hump day so far.
From Sean Parnell at the Pentagon. Parnell says this: thanks to our troops who stepped up to answer the call, the lawlessness in Los Angeles is subsiding. As such, the Secretary has ordered the release of 2,000 California National Guardsmen from the Federal Protection
Steve Posey, my man. Good to see you.
So, looks like they are going home, though many of those Guardsmen deployed to L.A. Remember, they received specific training to provide perimeter security during ICE operations. Remember, they were not carrying out law enforcement duties. They did not have the authority or the jurisdiction.
No, and that was what Trump was talking about. I forget the exact name of the what they could enact, where basically federal agents or those guys can actually arrest you. And I forget what the name of that is, where they implement that. Someone in the chat, I'm sure, will know. And that's something that Trump had said when he was asked about that. They're like, well, what about this? And he's like, well, it's not off the table. I may end up doing it, kind of thing. And luckily, he didn't have to do all of that. So
to detain or arrest protesters. They were, remember, authorized.
Right, but there was another, it's like an actual, law or whatever. I know it's deputized, where they now deputize those agents, those troops or whatever, to be able to have arresting powers, and they can do it for a limited amount of time. But I forget what the actual name of that is. I don't know. Have drawn a blank. We got Andrew Torres over there hanging out. My brother, I got so much to talk to you about, BV. This world and damn near everything is in it is crazy. People need to wake up. Damn straight, homie. Good to see you, by the way. Hopefully you're enjoying your morning, your hump day so far, and I know we definitely are. We have a lot to discuss, though. Let's go ahead and we got Tiffany Lance as well saying, good morning, everyone. I'm outside. The phone is almost dead, but I hope you all have a great hump day. I hope you do as well, Tiffany. Good to see you as well as Gary. Good morning to you, kind sir. Hopefully you're enjoying the morning as well with us. All right, so
temporarily only detain individuals if needed and then quickly turn them over to the relevant law enforcement personnel. So this is a major headline. California Governor Gavin Newsom, his press office there on social.
Yeah, fuck this guy, by the way. I don't care if he does. At this point, he can't do anything right.
Social media saying this. Newsom quoting this, saying, for more than a month, the California Guard has been pulled away from their families, communities, and civilian work.
What do you care? What do you care? They're getting paid. What does this have to do with family and shit? You're allowing your fucking entire cities, multiple cities within your jurisdiction to be vandalized and totally destroyed, and yet you want to worry about their families, the guards, the troops that are out there. Get out of here, dude. You so much cap, it's unreal.
Serve as political pawns for the president.
No, you are a political pawn.
In Los Angeles, while nearly 2,000 of them are starting to demobilize, the remaining Guards members continue without a mission, without direction, and without any hopes of returning to their communities. We call on Trump and the Department of Defense to end this theater and send everyone home now. That's the message there from California.
Wow, 65, man. Just caught the last 20 minutes yesterday. It was my 65th trip around the sun. It's still racing the rain, riding the wind, and chasing the sunset. Much love and respect. Honor and respect. Hey, man, I very much appreciate you, and happy birthday to you as well. 65, man. That's awesome. Fucking W.
Governor Gavin Newsom back out live there to Los Angeles. Had to get this on your radar. It's about 5 minutes past the top of the hour. This is a breaking story. We'll be checking in.
That is tonight. Ironically, you asked that. At each hump day, every single Wednesday, we have the Diamond Effect at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern. And that'll be tonight. Every Wednesday, we have the Diamond Effect, and it's going to be a great-ass time. So hopefully we can catch you over there, man.
Colleagues at Fox 11 in Los Angeles, if we get any more details
Brother Hardwire,
about that.
good morning,
that was one
my
of our
man.
major main stories last month in June. Weeks of these anti-ICE demonstrations, mostly localized in focus, as you know.
Brother Carney as well. Legends.
Downtown Los Angeles.
Legends on legends. All right, so we know that they basically had 4,000. They had a total of 4,000 of those National Guards troops out there. And now they've reduced it into half. Now there's 2,000 that are on standby instead. Thought Trump was going to declare martial. No, it wasn't martial law. That's not the name of what. It's like a really weird specific. Like I don't know if it's a law that they can implement. I forget what the name of it is, man. But my bad for not being able to remember that. It feels ultra bad. Anyways, let's go ahead and move on into President Trump asked Zelensky if Ukraine could hit Moscow. So I think you guys know where this is going to lead us here.
And welcome back here to Live Now from Fox. I'm Andrew Kraft. Thanks for being with us here on a really busy Tuesday. Let's keep going with more of these top headlines. Well, as you know, after the announcement in the Oval Office yesterday, President Trump made sending...
Well, we're about to get into a lot of Israel news right now. Actually, you'd probably have a better opportunity to ask me those questions now than you would on the Diamond Effect. Diamond Effect is very implemented on the conversation, and we're not answering a ton of questions. Some questions will be answered, but it's a lot easier when you're doing one-on-one with me like this, and you can ask me these questions directly. And yeah, man, I'm very transparent about that. And
arms, weapons, materiel to Ukraine. Trump saying some of that has gotten there already via our NATO partners. That Oval Office meeting, that sit down with the NATO Secretary General, coming on the heels of some more of these sanctions and tariff threats, not only levied by the White House, but also by lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Remember, President Trump giving Vladimir Putin a 50-day window to get back to the table. Well, Fox's Bill Maloogian has a follow-up to that announcement. Let's listen.
Oh, boy.
Well, at the end of 50 days, if we don't have a deal, it's going to be too bad.
The clock is ticking.
It's going to be too bad. Shit.
Oh, shit! Russia, as President Trump doubles down on his tariff threat. On Monday, the president threatened to target Moscow's trading partners with 100% tariffs if a ceasefire agreement isn't reached to end the war in Ukraine. Trump gave Russia 50 days to respond. and pushed back on critics who say that deadline should be sooner.
Oh, I don't think 50 days is very long, and it could be sooner than that. I don't think 50 days is very long.
Along with the tariff threat.
True, Frank. True.
The president announced NATO allies will buy billions of dollars worth of U.S. military weapons, which will then be sent to Ukraine. According to the NATO Secretary General, supplies will include both defensive and offensive arms.
We will find the money in Europe to make sure that Ukraine has what it needs to be in the best possible position during these peace.
That's the part that hurts the most is, regarding the whole aspect of America First. I think that, again, I'll reiterate this aspect. I think most people voted for Trump here in America, at least. Now, this is an opinion. I think most people voted for him not for so much international bullshit. I think most people were going for America First, hence why I voted for him. And if you guys have noticed, I've supported Trump all the way basically up to Iran, where, I mean, there's been a few things that I basically condemned him on and said he shouldn't be doing any of this shit. But wasn't the end of the world type of thing. But then as soon as Iran it's ever since Iran, there's been a lot of fuck-ups in the aspect of, like, listen, we're focusing so much on these other places like Ukraine, Russia, Israel, all this bullshit. And truth be told, we have New Mexico fucking underwater. We have Texas underwater. We have North Carolina underwater. We have fires erupting everywhere. We have hurricanes and shit. Like, we need to focus on our own fucking people. And my position has never changed. I think that, I mean, you guys can go back and look for yourselves on my takes for the last 2 years or whatever. I'm very consistent in that aspect. So it's unfortunate to see what you voted for turn into something like the deep state and being owned by them, essentially. Because for me, that's all I give a shit about is in our borders. That's all I fucking care about, to be honest. As long as we're not about imminent threat. If we don't have like missiles pointed at us and their nukes are about to go off on us, yeah, I mean, of course, we need to be able to, rule in that aspect a little bit, but it needs to be America first, man, and it's unfortunate to see this all go down.
As soon as they start.
But when asked, Trump downplayed the possibility of sending long-range missiles, which would give
Briar
Ukraine
Wolf,
a chance
good
to strike
morning.
further into Russian territory.
The only way Putin's going to come to the table if he sees resolve of the West to stick with Ukraine.
And in a rare sight on Capitol Hill, the president's plan appears to be getting some bipartisan support.
Sanctions ought to be done as soon as possible, as strongly as possible, so that Putin knows we are serious in a unified approach.
And as for Russia, it released a statement saying these new plans...
Exactly. I've been on record now saying that is definitely not what I voted for.
...contradict calls for an end to the war. Moscow also saying it's still waiting on a new date for peace talks. Bill Malugin, Fox News.
Fox News.
Bill, thanks so much here. In the meantime, let's talk about all of these updates here with our friend and colleague there, national security analyst and expert and retired Marine intelligence officer, Hal Kemper. And Hal joins me here. Hal, thanks for being with us. You and I were discussing this.
Well, unfortunately, this is all politics. All of it will only ever be politics. And you know what I hate about politics is that that's an excuse for piss poor behavior, bad decisions. Oh, it's just politics. Like, fuck that. You know what I mean? Like, I really wish we would stop saying, oh, it's just politics. Like, we got to hold people accountable, man. Real quick, man, I thought he had a different agenda. He tricked us all. Shake my head. Well, here's the thing, man. Every politician is always doing whatever he can to be able to get himself reelected. Every decision, everything that he says, does, or she, whatever, that is all they're caring about is their reelection. Trump doesn't have the ability to run, nor does he care to run, even if he could. So after this, it's over. So he doesn't even have to cater to his base audience, which was me, essentially, and a lot of you guys. He doesn't have to cater to us anymore. He's not getting another one of our votes, so it doesn't matter, right? So it's unfortunate.
Just yesterday about this very time.
So now we have this Ukrainian apologist who just makes excuses as to why the United States needs to give them fucking Patriot missiles and all this bullshit.
And we have a lot to get to. So want to just highlight some reporting in the Financial Times, and it goes as follows, that Trump privately encouraged Ukraine to step up deep.
Shit. I mean, listen, Bob, it happens nonstop, and I wish it would stop. No matter... I don't care which side we're talking about here. It just needs to stop. We need to go for transparency and truth.
Strikes on Russian territory, even asking Zelensky whether he could strike Moscow if the U.S. provided long-range weapons. That's according to people
Good morning, David.
briefed on the discussions. According to the reporting, this is how that discussion went. Trump says, Volodymyr, can you hit Moscow? Can you hit St. Petersburg too? Trump asked.
Yep, not yet. I haven't either.
On the call. That's according to the people. Now, they said Zelensky replied this, quote, absolutely we can if you give us the weapons here. Now, that's kind of the setup to this piece. A lot of people were talking about this piece this morning in the Financial Times, though.
Very true, Lil Paul. Good to see you, by the way. Hopefully you are all enjoying your Wednesday morning, your hump day. But also, if you guys can do me a huge favor real quick, you guys don't have to like all the craziness that's happening around the world, but you guys can hit the like button for me and my takes and helping out the channel over here. So I very much appreciate your guys' laborious work over there.
Trump was asked about it as he was leaving for Pennsylvania on the White House lawn. This is what he said.
I see. Well, at the end of 50 days, if we don't have a deal, it's going to be too bad.
Too bad.
Well, the tariffs are going to go on and other sanctions go on.
Man, listen, man. Here's the truth that sucks about this situation is in politics, okay? So, yes, I'm going to be running in 2028. This is a great question, by the way. I unfortunately think because of the way that I am, my rhetoric, America First ideology, not necessarily to the party, unfortunately, it's not going to do me very, very well. I probably will get outcasted by the party before I even have the ability to get on the ballot. Just being honest. I'm being realistic about the situation, but it takes people like me to try. You got to try, you know what I mean? And I may not be the popular person in that aspect, but I think that is the most righteous thing. So, of course not. That's of course not what I would do. I would absolutely stick to what I say and not allow this bullshit to be. And unfortunately, this is the part that I don't agree with politics. You can't make a decision because it'll affect this guy and this guy's handshake with that guy, and you know what I mean? And so that's why you've got to be really careful when you're giving out promises and what you're going to be doing. You have to analyze that shit before you even say it. You have to understand the domino effect that goes by each one of those decisions. So, great question over there, Steve Posey.
No, he shouldn't target Moscow.
True, Hardwire, 100%. True.
Oh, I don't think 50 days is very long, and it could be sooner than that. I don't think 50 days is very long. You should have asked that same question to Biden. Why did he get us into this war? You should ask that question.
Shit.
Okay, so Hal, is this the President Trump you know?
Is this the Trump that you know?
On a phone call with Zelensky, urging him, encouraging him to strike targets deep inside Russia, Moscow, St. Petersburg, using U.S.-made, U.S.-supplied weapons. What is going on here? I wanted to ask you this yesterday. Are we seeing President...
Well, as of right now, Ray, what we're talking about is Trump was asking Zelensky over the phone if Ukraine could hit Moscow. I mean, that's what this particular story is. I'm going to hear this guy answer this, and then we're going to actually move on into the Arizona Grand Canyon wildfire over there, Dragon Bravo fire, they're calling it, and it's 0% contained. Then we're going to get into Israel and Palestine over there. So
Trump take a more clear-eyed
Gaza.
approach to his rival there in the Kremlin, Putin. Hal.
You know, Andrew, I'd say certainly it would appear that he's got a little bit more clear-eyed approach.
Good morning, 13, my man. Good to see you.
On what Putin's all about. If you listen to his rhetoric, you know, he talks about the fact he has these great phone calls, and then Putin responds with another massive drone and missile strike. By the way, Putin's response to what was said on Monday was another massive drone and missile strike on Ukraine, to include Kyiv. So he's staying fairly consistent in that. So a little bit more clear-eyed. I have to tell you, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster since this thing came out. As of last night, it sounded, based on what was reported, that he might have been almost encouraging President Zelensky to target Moscow and St. Petersburg. One could interpret what he was saying in that way. Certainly, as of this morning.
Well, Papa Penguin, I know what you're talking about here. Unfortunately, I'm not going to be able to make those deals that you're talking about right here. These conversations, these are all things that I know that you have to accept if you're going to get into politics. And a lot of people will say, well, I'll make the deal, essentially, that having that conversation. I know what you're talking about here. And then I'm shaking one hand. I'll sacrifice this to do good later. No, fuck that. Like, I stand on 5 toes and a blade. You know what I mean? it's unfortunate. I know what you're talking about, and all that works against me, Papa Penguin.
Really sounded that way. And then throughout the course of the day, it started to shift. And he's saying, oh, no, he shouldn't target Moscow.
What are you talking about? My best foot forward is my metal leg. Ironically, it's probably the most stable, most unbreakable. And also, you can kick some serious ass with it. It's awesome.
And I don't know if there was something else that was said between President Trump and Putin, or if there was something said between intermediaries or something like that. But he did seem to be backing off of that. Now, there is a missile that is a longer range missile. It can be fired from a HIMARS. We haven't even shared this missile with our closest NATO allies yet, but it is something that would give them about 500-kilometer range. And when he talks about targeting Moscow and St. Petersburg, I think that's the system he's thinking about. Now, what Zelensky can do and what Ukraine can do, and they have been doing, is they can easily target Moscow with drones. And they've been doing that. They've been hitting places much further out.
Yeah, we got Derek over there saying, bring back your OSRS content, old school RuneScape. That's hilarious. Good to see you, Derek. Hopefully you're enjoying the morning as well.
Long-range drones. But those drones are very susceptible to air defense. This missile, if it was given to them, would give them a greater capability. But as of right now, from what I've heard, I don't get the sense that missile is going to be going to Ukraine anytime soon.
So, Hal...
All right, so I think we've got enough of this bullshit regarding Russia, Ukraine. We've been covering it nonstop, so that's a little update there. Now we're going to be moving on into over there in the Grand Canyon, and there's 0% contained fire, man. That's terrible. It's gnarly right now.
Tore through the historic Grand Canyon Lodge and raged out of control Monday. Still has no...
Tats, good to see you over there in the UK. Good afternoon to you. Hopefully you're enjoying your hump day so far.
Containment, but it's not only the only fire that we're tracking in the western portion of the United States. For more on this, let's go out to our Fox team with this update.
Look at that shit.
Firefighters in Arizona are reporting
fucking out of control.
Little to no containment on a wildfire burning through the north rim of the Grand Canyon. On Monday, the fire destroyed a historic lodge and several other structures after being allowed by the National Park Service to burn for more than 2 days. Anxious tourists at the Grand Canyon say they're ready to evacuate if needed as the smoke gets thick.
I'm surprised that they haven't evacuated all of the Grand Canyon yet, to be honest. I mean, we started covering this yesterday and we saw the amount of smoke, as you guys can see right there right now. You couldn't even actually see the other side. You couldn't see down into the Grand Canyon at all. It was just filled with smoke. It's unfortunate, man.
And the fire spreads.
And nobody knows how it started yet. We're waiting on that update, but we still don't have an actual from the fire department stating this is what started it. Nothing has been. There's not even. The only speculation that I have is, it's hot there. It's hot as shit there. So maybe it just got too hot. I don't know, man. Shit happens like that. But it could as well as be some idiot that's smoking a cigarette, throws it out there, and burns up the place.
To see that it's happening.
We don't know.
To see all this smoke.
Seeing the smoke, seeing the pictures that we've seen from last night, it's terrible.
I've been here 6 years ago, and I don't remember being like this, so it's pretty sad.
Arizona isn't the only western state dealing with wildfires. Colorado Governor Jared Polis issued a disaster.
The only problem with the mineral rights Trump got from all this, from Zelensky over there in Ukraine, the only problem is it gives, you can see the obligation shift happen. That's unfortunately one of the issues there. The obligation shift changes, and now somehow after condemning fucking basically Ukraine for the last 6 months, now all of a sudden the rhetoric is now we need to give them more weapons. We need to support them. Fuck no. No, we don't. We don't need to do shit. We need to take care of us and our own, man.
Declaration freeing up resources to fight 4 out-of-control fires burning through his state. And in Utah, the Deer Creek fire near the Colorado border has now grown to more than 10,000 acres. Over the weekend, conditions were so bad, it created a so-called fire vortex. You can see the flames twisting like a tornado. Hundreds of residents remain evacuated, and it's not clear when or if they'll be able to return.
It's kind of a surreal feeling when you're like walking around your house and you're like, how do you prioritize? Like, what do you take?
Lawmakers on Capitol Hill are now asking the Interior Department to investigate.
Good, you made it home. We got Naomi. She just made it home. That's
why
good
the
to
Park
hear.
Service allowed the Arizona fire to continue as a controlled burn. In New York, Tanya J. Powers, Fox News.
All right, thank you so much. And speaking of what's going on right now at the Grand Canyon, that Dragon Bravo fire that burns on the North Rim, no injuries have been reported, but some 70 structures, including that historic.
Damn, 70 structures have gone up in flames in this so far. Now, I really don't want to hear who this person is. I don't even know who the fuck this person is. Doesn't matter. But I do want to see some of the images here that they're talking about here.
Area. It's not the first. So we're pretty used to fires coming through every summer in the Southwest. These are fire-adapted ecosystems. It's fairly normal for them to burn. They actually need to burn for a lot of the ecology. A lot of the cones need the fire.
What's up, Jack? Hopefully you're enjoying the morning.
Be able to release the seeds to create new trees, and so we need fire in this habitat, in this ecosystem, to manage it properly. I don't think it's the right approach to just immediately put out fires, but when you build structures like this,
I did not see that. Steve Posey says, so did anyone else see Martha's Vineyard got raided by ICE? I did not see that.
Particular place, and it is a big loss when the fire gets out of control and burns them down.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, it was sparked by lightning, so a natural source.
Whoa, sparked by lightning? Is that the official start of the fire?
And burns them down.
Yeah, and like you mentioned, it was sparked by lightning, so a natural source that really started this blaze, and obviously concerned when you talk about...
Who is she to be able, she ain't the fire department. Who is this chick? Everyone else has been waiting for this answer, and some random lady comes out here and says it? She's not, I don't see her organization next to her.
About this story.
She doesn't even have a proper microphone.
Nature, the tourism factor. Can I ask you about this? Because they're closing down the routes, some of the hiking in there due to both the issues with potential chemicals there with some of those buildings that burn, but also the smoke in the area. Can you talk about that? And maybe were people disappointed that they couldn't hike, they couldn't go down near the Colorado?
What's up, Mount High? Hopefully you're enjoying your Wednesday morning, your hump day. We've got our left-handed tobacco ready to go. I've been waiting for my man to show up so I can open this up and spark it up, man, because listen, fucking world is crazy, isn't it? Isn't it? Shit.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Oh shit!
Cheers. And good morning.
River, if they were planning on do that before.
Yeah. I talked to a bunch of tourists yesterday at the South Rim. Most people that visit the South Rim, and I think national parks in general, actually don't have big hiking plans. So I think the majority of people's plans weren't drastically affected. But
what are you talking about, lady? Oh my God. They can't even, they went to the there's people that go there from all over the world, and they go there just to see the Grand Canyon, and then they can't even see it. Yeah, I'd say their shit is affected. Anyways, so that's an interesting development. They're stating that the whole cause of this was from a lightning strike. Very interesting. I still don't know that to be the truth. I haven't heard the police department or fire department come out and state that. We've all kind of been waiting for that. But nonetheless, we have an update. At least 20 Palestinians were killed at a Gaza aid site, Israel-backed American organization says.
Good morning.
And this is a quick update. It's 3 minutes.
Thank you for waking up with us here on Live Now from Fox. I'm Jeanne Francine here with you on this Wednesday morning. It's July 16th. I'll be here with you for the next few hours to give you all of your breaking news alerts, top stories, and your live events of the day. And as we come on the broadcast early this Wednesday morning, we are following some breaking news as it relates to Middle East conflict. I want to transition right now to give you a live look out in the Middle East, a live look at
Go Fast Racing. Hey, very much appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. I very much appreciate that over here. It helps out the channel, and thank you guys for also engaging with the content, being in the chat or hitting the like button or both, obviously helps
Gaza
out.
tent camp. As we are following breaking news this morning, the Associated Press reports an Israeli-backed American organization that runs an aid program in the Gaza Strip reported this Wednesday that 20 Palestinians were killed at a distribution site. This comes as Israeli strikes killed 41 others.
Interesting. Papa Penguin came out with the fact. Mike Ball, she is an academic PhD in the environmental field. She's also a fairly liberal reporter for environmental stuff. Well, thank you so much for looking that up and getting me that answer, man. I very much appreciate that.
Including 11 children, according to local hospital officials. The Gaza Humanitarian Fund said 19 people were trampled in a stampede. One person fatally stabbed in the violence. They say this happened at a distribution hub in the southern Gaza city.
So, okay, who did the stabbing?
On Eunice. The group, which rarely acknowledges trouble at its distribution sites, accused Hamas of causing the panic and spreading misinformation that led to the violence, though it provided no evidence to support this claim. The Associated Press goes on to report this morning these are the first fatalities that GHF has confirmed at their aid distribution sites. The United Nations Human Rights Office and Gaza's Health Ministry, they say this morning that 875 Palestinians in the enclave have been killed while waiting to receive aid since May. Also, 674 of those being killed in the vicinity of aid distribution sites run by GHF.
Shit.
As we continue to follow breaking news this morning, I do want to transition your screen to give you a live look at the Israel-Gaza border. We are also learning this morning that Israeli strikes killed 22 people in northern Gaza, including 11 children and 19 others in the city of Khan Yunis. At this hour, about 2 minutes shy from the top of the 6 o'clock hour here on the East Coast, you can see plumes of smoke there in the distance. The Israeli military saying it struck more than 120 targets in the past 24 hours across the Gaza Strip.
Wait, I don't see Warland's comment in here. Ironically, I don't see it on my side at all. But good morning to Warland if you're in here. Hopefully you're enjoying your morning so far.
Including Hamas military infrastructure of tunnels and also weapon storage facilities. Israel accusing Hamas of hiding military infrastructure amidst civilian areas in Gaza.
Brother Dwayne, my man, good to see you as well.
Now, also
Happy
on
Hump
this
Day,
Wednesday,
everybody.
the Israeli military, they announced the opening of a fourth corridor bisecting the southern city of Khan Yunis, where Israeli troops have seized the land in what they say is a pressure tactic against Hamas. In the past, these narrow strips of land have been a serious hurdle during ceasefire negotiations. As Israel said, it wants to maintain military presence in those corridors. Gaza's more than 2 million Palestinians are living through a catastrophic humanitarian crisis.
No, that shit's got to be fucking terrible.
Hamas attacked Israel back on October 7th of 2023, setting off the 21-month war. Israel has bombarded and laid siege to the Strip, leaving many teetering on the edge of famine. That, according to local food security experts, also this coming from the Associated Press this morning. So we are following the very latest in the Middle East. Good morning to you if you're just now tuning in, giving you a live.
Interesting. All right. So now we're going to go ahead and move on. We're going to be taking a quick intermission between the Israeli news and what's happening because we actually have a big ordeal that just happened. The Israeli army struck the Syrians' military headquarters over there in Damascus. So we're going to be talking about that here in a minute. But first, we're going to go ahead and go into Florida first. We have a Florida daycare employee accused of abusing 6 infants. This is a quick, short segment. Thank God. I can't stand hearing shit like this, but unfortunately it is in the news cycle, so we are going to
on this Wednesday morning, we do want to transition to some breaking news headlines we are following. Take a look at your screen, and again, tragic news we are following, so I will say viewer discretion is advised as we are following the very latest this morning, learning that a daycare worker...
Look at that broad. Look at that broad. Jesus Christ.
Emotional damage.
in Ocala is accused of abusing infants. Investigators say those babies were between 4 and 9 months old, and the son
between 4 and 9 months. I thought she was going to say years for 4 years old, not 4 months old. Damn,
state of Florida. This morning, Fox 35 Orlando's Matt Shreza, he joins us live in Ocala with more on these allegations that this daycare worker now faces. Matt, good morning to you. Just tragic news that we are learning. What is the latest developments?
Yeah, so Ocala is a rural county that is, a rural city in Marion.
Real quick, that is a big W. Steve Posey points it out, saying win for the chat. 27 watching. We got 30 likes. So W to you guys. As well as Steve Easy coming in and with the 5 spot. Very much appreciate that, kind sir. Saying Israel bombing Syria must be looking good for hostages. Oh, wait. Yeah, shit. Listen, man, thank you so much for contributing to the channel. It helps out. Listen, man, I really, really appreciate your guys' donations and your guys' contributions to the channel. It's what allows us to do what we do, so I very much do appreciate
County, which is in the northwest part of central Florida, northwest of the Orlando metro area. And
that's a fact 13.
All happened at the All-Star Learning Academy, which is this building behind me here. We have allegations of child abuse by one of the workers at this daycare center, including rough handling, force feeding, violent shaking, and even near suffocation. Police are...
Jesus Christ.
Arrested 33-year-old Carla Penalverti Gonzalez for allegedly mistreating 6 infants here at the daycare. Detectives say they uncovered multiple instances of abuse between March and July of this year. Police say the incidents were reported to supervisors, but, quote, no appropriate action was taken to address the allegations in a timely manner. Police had their body cam running when they put the cuffs on Carla.
I can't stand stories like this, Miss Lotus. This shit hurts. I hate it.
No.
Oh, now you want to cry? Yeah, shit. I bet you weren't crying when you're beating the shit out of these infants.
Carla, stop.
She deserves everything that she's getting and some, obviously.
You're gonna get charged with resisting.
Just a simple arrest, homegirl. Fucking what the hell?
Now, Ocala police have notified the Florida Department of Children and Families about these allegations, and they are involved in this investigation. We're also told that police are investigating how the daycare's managers responded to the complaints that led to these charges, and the daycare staff will also perform remedial training before as they continue to operate. Now, where they're asking anyone who may have any other knowledge of instances of abuse to please step forward and let Ocala.
I hope, especially on the women's side, you know.
Police know. We're live in Ocala. Matt Trezza. Back to you, Janae.
Yeah, that's insane.
All right, Matt.
That's fucking. I hate shit like that, man. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we're gonna go ahead and move on into Israel. Israeli army strikes over there in Syria's military headquarters in Damascus. So let's figure out what's happening.
8:52 is the time. Welcome back to Live Now from Fox. Good morning to you. If you're just now tuning in, I'm Jeanne Francine. We are following some breaking news out in the Middle East. Take a good look at your screen. The very latest from Israel Defense Forces this Wednesday morning, as they put out on X moments ago, quote, the IDF struck the entrance of the Syrian regime's military headquarters in the area of Damascus in Syria. The IDF continues to monitor developments and the regime's actions against the Druze civilians.
Shit, neither of those options, Derek. Shit. We got Motobomb, by the way. Appreciate you hitting that like as well. He's saying, woot, 40 likes, man. We are 40 likes? Damn, that's a W. Man, I very much appreciate your guys' engagement, man. Brother Frank in here says, have to fly, bro. Hopefully you enjoy the rest of your hump day. Good to see you as well, man. And all right, let's go ahead and get back into it.
Civilians in southern Syria. In accordance with directives from the political echelon, the IDF is striking in the area and remains prepared for various scenarios. And as we discuss those strikes happening in the area, we actually are getting a live look in Damascus here at 8:52 on the East Coast. Take a look at the destruction on your screen. You can also see some smoke there in the distance. AP reporting clashes rage in the Syrian city there this Wednesday after a ceasefire between government forces and Druze armed groups collapsed. This as Israel threatens to escalate its involvement, saying it's in support of the Druze religious minority. The Israeli army, again, as I mentioned, hitting near the entrance to the Syrian Ministry of Defense in Damascus, targeting the same site several hours later with a larger strike. Israel has also launched.
Did they say what initiated this?
A series of airstrikes on.
They're just telling us it happened. Is there any context to that? Insight?
Convoys of government forces in southern Syria since the clashes erupted and has beefed up forces along the border. Now, Syria's defense ministry earlier blamed militias in the Druze majority area, saying that they were violating a ceasefire agreement that had been reached Tuesday.
Okay, so that's what the cause of this was a ceasefire that was basically broken, according to the Israeli side. So who knows? I have no idea what the actual accusation is.
They say this has caused Syrian army soldiers to return fire. It said they were, quote, adhering to rules of engagement to protect residents, prevent harm, and ensure the safe return of those who left the city back to their homes, end quote. Meanwhile, reports of attacks on civilians continue to surface this Wednesday, with Druze and family members in conflict zones as they search desperately for information about their fate amid communication blackouts.
Jeez, man, this is rough. What a rough news cycle morning, man. Real quick, ladies and gentlemen, as Naomi points out, yes, for the pocket watchers out there.
Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate. Maybe you need to donate some freaking money. Donate some freaking.
Shit, I very much appreciate that, Naomi, for throwing that out there. Some of the reports say the IDF struck to protect the Druze. That would be a first. Very interesting. I wonder. I know they said it was a ceasefire violation, but how? That's what I like to know. Is not just, hey, we'll take it at surface level. It's a ceasefire violation. I want to know what the actual violation was. Unfortunately, that ordeal just came out, so I don't have any further context on that. That just came out 2 hours ago. Right before we started the show, that's when, when I woke up this morning, I saw this shit was going down. And so, yeah. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and move on into now the U.S. signs a nuclear deal, nuclear cooperation deal, rather, with Bahrain. I think that's how you say it, but you guys can correct me. I'm illiterate as fuck, so.
Good morning.
Here we go.
I'm Ann Ganser. I'm the Principal Deputy Assistant Secretary in the Bureau of Arms Control and Nonproliferation, and I am delighted to welcome you.
I guess there was a ceasefire that was signed on Tuesday, which was yesterday, and so I guess they had a reason to strike on them on this violation within one day. I don't know what the fucking violation was. And real quick, Bahrain, I appreciate that, Warland. Good to see you, by the way.
To this signing of the U.S.-Bahrain Nuclear Cooperation Memorandum of Understanding, or NCMOU. Developing civil nuclear energy at home and abroad.
Shit, what's up, Straight Jacket? Good to see you, my man. Happy Hump Day to you.
Is a major priority for the United States, as reflected in the 4 executive orders our president signed this past May. This NCMOU represents an important step towards deepening a robust civil nuclear partnership between the United States and Bahrain, and it builds on our country's already successful collaboration through our foundational infrastructure for responsible use of small modular reactor technology, or FIRST program. This NCMOU will enhance our energy security, advance mutual prosperity through the expanded economic cooperation it will introduce, and advance mutual prosperity, promote the highest standards of nuclear safety, security, and nonproliferation. I thank you all for joining us this morning, and I now would turn it over to Secretary Rubio for his remarks, followed by Foreign Minister Al-Zayani.
Okay, real quick, I didn't even know where this place was until just now. I'm like, I've never even heard of this place. So real quick, for anybody else that didn't know where Bahrain is, it's out there in the Middle East, over there just outside of Qatar. There's Qatar out over there, United Arab Emirates, Kuwait, Iran, and as you guys can see, Bahrain is right here. Interesting. Never even heard of it. Totally, I love when I learn new shit like that. Anyways, back to this.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you for all the hard work that went into doing this. Thank you, Your Excellency, for being here today. This is an important signing. It serves as the first step towards a deeper civil nuclear cooperation, an example that the United States is prepared to be a partner with any nation on earth that wants to pursue a civil nuclear program that clearly is not geared towards weaponization or threatening the security of their neighbors. And this is no one better to do it with than such a strong partner that we've been working with for so long. This only strengthens our relationship. We're all aware of our partnerships already that are in place, whether it's the free trade agreement or the Fifth Fleet, obviously the Abraham Accords, the Comprehensive Security Integration and Prosperity Agreement that, by the way, the United Kingdom has now also joined, and we're very excited about that. All of these things bring us closer together, and I think later today, along with our respective heads of state, we're going to have an opportunity to, or respective heads of government, we're going to have an opportunity to have a meeting.
Cool. More fucking nuclear shit.
And lunch over at the White House as well, so it'll be exciting. And so this is, I would just say, to brag a little bit, I think U.S. private sector technology is the best in the world, and the best in the world at helping such close allies like Bahrain achieve the hopes that they have for their own future, be able to generate energy. Energy is key to everything. You can't, we talk about...
Yeah, nuclear is the greatest thing, cost-effective wise. You don't need as much. It produces a lot of energy for the cheapest that you can. You can actually burn it fairly clean.
Any industry or any business endeavor, you can't do it without energy. And this is an exciting new technology that we hope to be sharing with many of our partners, but what this is among our closest in the world. And so we look forward to collaborating and building a civil nuclear capacity with you together and through U.S. companies and through your companies. And we're excited about the opportunity to be here. Welcome to Washington, and hopefully we'll be seeing each other many, many more times. Well, we'll see each other later today, and then we'll see each other many other times as well. So thank you so much, Your Excellency. We appreciate it.
Well, we'll hear what he has to say, and then we'll move on to our last and final story, just to keep you guys in the know. There's some breaking news that happened about 30 minutes ago. Biden's mental health. Former Jill Biden aide pleads Fifth Amendment. That's very interesting. We're going to hear that here in a few minutes after we hear what Bahrain has to say about this. Bahrain.
Thank you, Secretary Rubio, for your warm welcome and for your kind remarks. I am pleased and honored to be part of the delegation accompanying His Royal Highness Prince Salman bin Hamad Al Khalifa, Crown Prince and Prime Minister of the Kingdom of Bahrain, as we return to Washington to further strengthen the already robust strategic partnership between our two nations. The signing of this MOU on strategic civilian nuclear cooperation further advances this process, underscoring our shared commitment.
Oh man, that's gonna be awesome. Yeah, Naomi had an awesome shirt with the 18 on there, emote. It's super awesome. I can't wait to see it in person.
The peaceful use of nuclear technology to benefit our countries and societies.
Yep. I'm not surprised that his doctor would plead the fifth.
No doubt that cooperation on nuclear technology
be good out there, Brother Steve. All love and respect, my man.
A vital contributor to our shared responsibility and prosperity in the years ahead. And we in Bahrain deeply value the chance to benefit from the U.S. world leading technology.
Well, yeah, I mean, at this point now, he's going to keep rambling, by the way, for the rest of the shit. I'm just cutting him off. Cool. So obviously we'll be over there inspecting the shit out of them nonstop and making sure that they're up to par and code according to the United States, right? Anyways, we're moving on into our last and final story of the morning. We got Biden's mental health. Former Jill Biden aide pleads Fifth Amendment.
Welcome back to Live Now from Fox as we are following some breaking news. We did just get this post in here from Fox News. As we're learning right now, former aide to former First Lady Jill Biden has pleaded the Fifth during a House deposition on former President.
No shit.
Biden's mental competency. Here's what we're learning as of right now. A top aide to former First Lady Jill Biden refused to answer GOP investigators' questions today as the House Oversight Committee probes whether senior ex-White House aides covered up signs of former President Joe Biden's mental decline. Anthony Bernal, former assistant to the president and senior advisor to the First Lady, was compelled for a July 16th closed-door deposition after missing a previously agreed-upon interview date late last month. A source told Fox News Digital that Bernal apparently pleaded the Fifth Amendment to the questions asked by House staffers. House Oversight Committee Chair James Comer is investigating allegations that Biden's former top White House aides covered up signs of his mental and physical decline while in office and whether any executive actions were commissioned via AutoPen without the president's full knowledge. Biden allies have pushed back against those claims. We also did hear from President Biden in an interview with the New York Times on Thursday. He affirmed that he, quote, made every decision on his own.
Yeah, which was so fucking cap.
Not the cap.
Like, you ain't got to lie to kick it.
Was originally slated to appear last month for a voluntary transcribed interview, but he and his lawyers backtracked after the Trump administration announced it was waiving executive privilege rights for him and several other former White House staffers. He's now the second former Biden administration staffer to invoke the Fifth Amendment after ex-White House physician Kevin O'Connor did so last week. O'Connor's deposition lasted less than 30
That just happened last week. Interesting.
minutes, with the doctor refusing to answer any questions after his name. But O'Connor's lawyers argued at the time that it was not an admission of guilt. Rather, they were concerned the scope of the committee's questioning could force him to violate patient-doctor confidentiality, risking his standing as a physician. A House Oversight Committee aide pushed back, saying, quote, doctor-patient objection would have meant he would have stayed and answered questions that didn't implicate such privilege. Instead, he took the Fifth to all and any potential questions. Two other former Biden White House staffers appeared for voluntary transcribed interviews already.
Shit. Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a fuckfest of, news this morning. But I can't do this shit without you guys. I'm very appreciative of all your guys' engagement, your guys' contributions to the channel. You guys hitting that like button on the way out, I very much would appreciate that as well. You guys don't have to like all the crap that's happening around the world, but you guys can like it for me, man. So I very much appreciate that. Listen, stick around, everybody. We're going to be rating our buddy Carney's Ride. He's live right now, so make sure you guys stick around for that. And as well, we're going to be back this evening, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time is the Diamond Effect. So we'll see you guys tonight. If we don't see you guys this evening, then we'll see you guys tomorrow morning for more of the world's madness as we continue down the line with day by day, man. We're breaking down the news, man. So with that being said, much love, honor, and respect, everybody. Hopefully everyone has a wonderful rest of their hump day, and God bless everyone. We'll see you guys very soon.
From the depths of darkness, a voice emerges, a host with a fire burns.